All right. What's up, Sergeant Jay? Yeah, just got to pull some stuff apart from our trip. We got in the water down there. I got a leaky shock, sand. What's up, Dennis? It was a good trip. It was a good trip. Paying the price a little bit right now. Right in the cold. Dennis, I don't know if you got work or not, but I'll send you a link. That should be sent. Oh yeah, the dinner was awesome. If you stayed home, I sent you the link, Dennis. It should be on the way. Sarge or Dennis, let me know if you hear the printer running in the background. It's doing a couple updates for the chassis. Yeah, we ran there was four courses and we ran the dirt course first and it was supposed to rain. So we're like, let's get this one out of the way. Then we ran the wood course as we figured it would be secondly worse in the rain. Then we ran the rocks and we literally finished the rocks like right before the rain started. And we thought that was it. And there was another course which went around the sandy part of the track. That, after the torrential downpour, was a mess. So, got to pull some tires and wheels apart because, well, that one's not bad. There's a little bit of water coming out, a couple drips. One of them, though, I know got bad. Not bad on that one. I don't know what just happened. Hopefully, we're still alive. My computer got mad. That's something. Looks like we're still alive. Hey, Max. Good morning to you too, and Happy New Year. All right. I think I'm gonna have to free up some space. I forgot to move stuff to the jump drive to download my computer or jump move stuff. There's Dennis. All right.
Oh, buddy.
You got the funk too?
Yeah. It started yesterday after I got home from work.
That's
And then throat hurting, sinuses running like fucking Niagara River. Uh, what's up, Sarge? What's up, Max?
what was that?
Just gotta chill. Oof. Yeah, it looks like you guys had a blast.
It was a good time.
Yeah. I wish my vacation time was still in effect when that happened because I wanted to go. I'll definitely keep some time for that for next year.
There's some. There it is. My hard drive must have wiggled loose. Yeah, we did that course around the track. You've all seen Exo's videos.
Oh yeah.
It that course in the beveled area,
Mm-hmm.
it filled with water. Like totally so like the rounded corner where he comes off the jump through the corner up over then out to the wide side,
Yeah.
it was a pond. Joe rolled in it. I got two tires down in it. It was it was a mess after the rain. And then of course sand just stuck to the whole truck.
I was gonna say I'm really surprised that that even held as much water as it did with all the sand that he's got back there.
Oh, my truck after the fact, it looked like um it just
Like it was
was
part of it.
someone was throwing wet sand at it. Like the whole cab was covered. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be on Exo's videos.
What's his name? His buddy that's got the shop over there. I can't think of his name. The one he's always at Beat the Creek with.
Jax, that's who held the whole thing.
I'm wouldn't be a bit surprised if he's got a whole bunch of video that he hands over to Joe, unless he was that busy.
He was running everything, so it was pretty busy.
I seen the video that Cody posted up when everybody was standing inside the building.
Yeah,
Just a straight downpour,
right.
and you could hear it beating on the roof of that place.
Yeah, it was pouring for a minute.
It, I like the comment that somebody had posted in your post about him, when or no, it was you that had posted it about somebody asking about the chassis that he's doing. You said he ran some crazy line with it and then Jericho just walked it.
He ran this crazy line and Jericho went behind him. Yeah. And I'm like, yep, Jericho just made that. It was pretty impressive.
And the part that I was asking you about with the crack of doom,
Yeah.
did you guys have a chance to run all that where he does all of his testing?
We did a lot of them. I don't know if we did the Crack of Doom specifically or not.
You didn't know if you got it because he's got them tags everywhere on there.
Yeah. But we bounced through so many
Right,
that I wasn't sure on which we did where.
right. What's up, Jay? What's up, Eric?
I think I sent Eric the invite.
Jay's off till next week out of school.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you like the Exoplex, Jay? Look like the damn Grim Reaper. Feel like it right now.
Yeah. He said he made it his mission to do every named obstacle.
Nice.
And he did a lot of them.
Yeah, the one at the very end he calls Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
That one, the longer wheelbase, I think helps because he's always at a 12.6, 12.3,
Yeah.
and he's always got a rough
Definitely.
time making those. What's up, Eric?
Those.
All right. Let's try.
Hey, what's that green stuff you got sitting there? Some Enduras again?
What, this?
Yeah.
Oh, these are foams. Inserts. I'm trying something out later on today.
Did
I
you
got
get those or did you get them from somebody?
I got these from somebody,
Oh, okay.
but these are small.
Yeah, probably like a 419.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have any 419s?
Yeah, I do. I have some yeah, I
Well,
got
if
some
you got
common.
Scorpios, you got 419s.
Yeah, I got Scorpios.
Yep.
Yeah, these,
Scorpios and the landmines are 419s.
well, I gotta get ready for my Florida trip.
Where are you going?
UST used to be in February. What's up,
Yeah.
Max? We go there in March to see her mom lives down there, so we just make it a yearly vacation. And I can't think of the name of the crawler course. It's right by a flea market, and it's only like 30 minutes away. I don't even think it's that far.
Dr. Dan's.
Could be.
It's outside.
There's Dr. Dan's and then Scale Mountain, I think is what it was called.
One of those.
I think
It may be
Dr.
Scale
Dan,
Mountain. It may be Scale Mountain.
I know Dr. Dan's his is all covered, like kind of enclosed, like a roof over it and whatnot.
Oh no, it's don't have a roof. It has a little, he has like a little outbuilding with all this where his stores and office is and everything else is outside. That's Scale Mountain.
There's one taken apart. I just gotta remember which ones are the fronts and which ones are the rears.
Well, Josh, all my stuff's on its way. I'll have everything to start the next build I'm just waiting for the optic to show.
I'm reprinting all the winch mounts and braces because where I swapped them in while we were down there, I swapped the winch mount. It just didn't feel good in the where it's screwed together. So I upped the infill and increased the walls a little bit.
And you're doing it on the new printer now, right?
Yeah, it's all out of ABS. I just tried to do it as light as possible.
Right.
And test one wasn't good. So test two before I get them out to people.
Right. I'm hoping I can shake whatever this is that I have by the weekend. I wouldn't mind taking a ride out.
Right, right.
You can't shake old age.
You shut up. And nobody asked you.
I'm just saying.
What did I miss after I jumped out last night? Anything good?
I'm not gonna say it live.
All right.
Ooh, what is that? Oh, never mind. That's one of your buddies from your old team put up a chassis. UGRC.
Yeah.
It's an FU chassis.
Yeah. Junk.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's got a 1-inch skid.
I see. Yeah, I see the one inch. Why?
He tried to corner the class 1. And now he's doing a 20-degree angled skid on the chassis that I used to run. Dumb.
I don't know.
I
I don't know what you need 20 degrees for on these.
I mean, 12 degrees was plenty. Actually, it was a little much.
This
And
10 is working pretty dang good.
I was going to say, for what we're running and the way to, I think they're doing really well.
I have an angle skid. I don't know what the angle is, but I tried it. I didn't like it. But that's just me. So
This was the wet one. Oof. I'll take it in the 2 pieces.
Yeah, I've been watching a few of the build videos on the optic.
Yeah.
The one guy that Basin Hobbies, he is following the book to the T. And I watched
Mhm.
the build that Harley did when he said when you get to the shim that where it tells you to put it at the transmission, ignore that completely. That was an oversight. Everybody's putting them in there and they're getting noise. And some of them are putting the output shaft in backwards, drive shaft hitting the skid. Just got to take your time. Just got to think about it and look at it. If you're
I wonder
unsure,
if they emailed everybody all the orders, like the mistake. Because some people don't watch the YouTube.
right. Well, I didn't know he built one on his video, but I mean, you didn't see him build it. You just seen the end product and then watched him drive it at a new spot. Which
Right.
his was even still a little noisy, but you're gonna
That
get
transmission's noisy.
yeah, you're gonna get it with metal gears regardless.
Well, the V, I haven't on The Optic hasn't done it yet, but I know it will. And any of those VFDs or the VFD twins get a tiny little click in them. You watch a video and you hear,
Right.
and it's just what it is. Like a lot of time, it's where it taps that E clip inside.
Yeah.
So, so I had my winch is sitting just a fraction too low. Switch cameras. So if you can see the lines spooling at the top,
Yep.
that happened mid-course. And at least the Atlas is powerful enough. It just said, I'll chew everything up. And it just kept pulling it in there. I'm like, because this was all about time. That's what was different about this one is gates counted as time penalties.
Right.
Everything was timed. And
What's up, Curtis D?
winches were not a penalty.
Oh,
A, a handful was a penalty, but not a true winch. Bungee or whatever. So get out there. Um, so bungee winches or hooking together with winches wasn't a penalty.
huh.
So there was a couple spots like, so you had 15 minutes on every course except for the gates, and you had 40 minutes on the gates, the rock course. Everything had gates. It was just the rock course had true setup gates. There was 50 gates and you had 40 minutes. 39:51. We rolled through the last gate. We had 9 seconds to spare. I don't know if anyone else finished the rock course. They didn't go over everyone's times and stuff, but I know we did.
Now that little trophy that Joe put up, was that for all of you guys, or was that just one that he got?
No, that was all of ours. We all got one. One stayed in Florida though for our
Right.
group. It's supposed to be delivered to someone that doesn't know about it yet. I assume at this time of day they're not on here. Know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, he's probably sleeping.
Yeah. He was, you could tell he was wore out.
Yeah. Well, when you guys video called me, he looked like he was a little tired.
Yeah, and that was the day before.
Shit, Robert looked like he was worn out already.
Hey, we weren't the ones in bed.
Hey, it was same thing it's doing right now, rainy and cold.
Right.
What's the
Hey,
temperature?
Curtis D.
What's that?
What's the temperature?
Right now it's 42, but it's a straight downpour.
Hmm. Good luck with that.
Sun's out here now, but it was pouring early.
Yeah, it rained last night. It's 60. something.
Yeah, we made high for today. What's up, Dwayne? What's up, Kurt?
Kurt,
What's up?
Dwayne, Kirsty. I think I said him already. I need a grow pearl mount.
I know somebody that can print you one.
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me fucking. Sorry, don't get me started.
Why can't it finish these videos? 61, 62, 53. What is wrong with this thing?
Yeah, my server will be here Monday. The cow RC stuff that I won should be here Friday. And I really hope that they let that optic go like Thursday. Like Northrock, Brian, he got his already. It was a second release, but A-Main had already had it. Rick's RC Garage, what's going on?
What's up, Rick?
What's up, James? It sounds like my
So
truck.
James, Wayne, Rick.
What's up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, straight down.
Stay fighting me.
Had a little idea of something that I think would be cool for Kentucky to give to a certain somebody. I'll have to talk to you guys about it after.
That's cool. Sorry, having issues with my camera storage. I looked at some of the video on the way home, and now my camera's like, oh, you don't get to download that. But I only looked at one video, so that doesn't make sense why it's doing
If you put your winch back the way it was, can you shim it up a couple millimeter? Or would it hit the body?
It's already against the body.
Oh,
But I was just wondering if I flip it, because there shouldn't be any interference down here. If it would wind up where I want it, but it acts like it needs to be a little lower. But what I can do is move my guide down here to the bumper mount, which should run it straight in instead of at an angle. What's up, Rick?
what about a small piece of tubing coming from it up toward the winch to
Yeah,
keep the center of the spool?
that wouldn't be bad. It's just right now I'm trying to figure out.
Where to mount it?
Hold on one second.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
So you're just trying to figure out the best way to mount it before you can
No-
figure the rest of that then.
Well, I'm trying to figure out to make sure it goes in straight. 3D printing could fix this. You know what? I'll probably hit up Tony since he's the best at it and
No
see what
joke.
he says. I heard he's the best, so I don't know.
You can get it done faster.
Here's the Tony or Tank, the two best at 3D printing in the world. I'm not going there. Not yet. I'm gonna save it for later.
I started doing that Target camper last week. Cut the metal wheels off of it. Started using them leaf springs and axles that I got from that guy.
Big
Yeah.
head, what's up, brother?
The tires sit just a little too low. There's a monster gap between it and the fender well. What's up, David?
On the planet. Yep. Best. The best around. Nothing can do can keep them down.
What's up, Jeremy?
What's up, Jeremy? I mean, I've only had a 3D printer for about 3.5 years. I think I know a little bit.
Chunky's only been doing it for 3 years.
Well, you guys should be pros by now. What the hell's taking so long?
Oh, I don't know shit.
Kurt, it's all Big Head's fault.
It's 100% Big Head's fault.
We'll blame Large Cranium.
You know whose fault it is? Dwayne's.
Yeah, Dwayne's only been printing for like a month.
It's too early. It's too early.
What's up, Jeremy?
It's too early.
What are you filming, Jeremy? Dwayne said, not sure how it's my fault, but okay.
Just because we can.
Yes, that is the Grim Reaper Jericho.
Yes.
That was Mouse Republic.
What's
He's
up,
the
Jeremy?
Grim Reaper for mice.
Filming his trio for TikTok. Yeah, once I get the optic and this other chassis, then I'll start doing some more videos.
I have a solution. I'll flip the top screw here on the winch, run it down, and I'll put the
Oh.
rod end there so it feeds directly into the spool straight
Right.
at the same angle. That should be about perfect.
Is there room on that mount if I were to drill and put a unicorn mount on that?
Well, you could just move the mount forward and put your unicorn farther back, or move the mount back and put your unicorn. You don't have to use this mount, and you can mount it lower if you want. It's pretty universal. It's just what's happening is when the servo comes up in the chassis here, I'll switch cameras.
Now that Atlas
Uh,
winch you have on there, that's a full size winch though, right?
No, it's the Atlas Micro.
Oh,
The Exoplex is sweet. So what's happening is when this goes full compression, it's hitting
yeah,
the winch line
rides on
back
top of
there
some
and
of
it's
the
pushing it up. So if
right,
I move this point to here or add another one, put this back here and then add one down here,
right.
it will then feed into the side at the angle around the winch without pushing it up like it is right here.
Gotcha.
It didn't do it until we were there where it was really compressed. But yeah, Big Head, it was really cool. It was different, like the way you crawled stuff, like it was really different, but it was really cool. Like he has his own um trucks built to do those gaps, so they work for his place really well. If you're not if you're not a belly dragger with some kind of decent wheelbase, a lot of those lines would be different. I'm not saying you couldn't hit them, but just the way he has his gaps and lines set up and his vertical breakovers. If the GoPro starts working and downloading properly, I'll have video of it, but it's angry right now because I updated the Quick app before pulling it. Worst comes to worst, I just pop the SD card out and pull the files that way. Not a huge deal, just I thought they fixed that glitch it had, but apparently not. All right, so pull the 2.5 out. Put a longer 3 in and see if this is a viable solution.
Changing everything.
Why'd you drop your head in disappointment like that?
Because I put the wrong bead locks on the wrong tires. It's all right. They're gonna stay on there. I got another set.
Oh, the ones that you showed the other night, the just those dished.
Mhm.
I see the guy post a picture of a truck that had them on there the other night.
Okay, that's not happy.
Yeah, that's going on a build that I'm building on in my head right now. With all the pieces I have, I can probably build 2 more crawlers, maybe even 3. But I'm waiting for a chassis to come out. So that chassis can take up a slot.
Lots of slots in Vegas. All right, I don't need any of these. These are old. There goes the track. There we go. That's why I wouldn't copy, because my disk was full. Makes more sense now.
Hmm.
I keep forgetting how to make sure that the Apple library copies to my hard drive, my outside drive.
Oh,
What's up, Shooter? Or Terrence? Is that Terrence? Yeah, I think that. Oh, trying to clear out space on my computer for all the stuff that I.
What's up, Joe? Happy New Year.
Yo,
What's up, Joe?
Hey, Terrence,
Mhm.
get ready. 121 days. For some reason, it looks like my camera zoomed in on the background a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it never looks like that.
It looks a lot of the same.
Yeah, for some reason, it looks like it just zoomed in more. I did notice now that Zoom, when you turn your camera off, it takes you out of the room. It turns your
Mine's always done that. Let's see if I
oh,
cleared up enough.
yeah, I just started noticing it last night. When you turn your camera off, it just makes it look like you left. because it was leaving just your background on before.
I think I cleared up enough space. Hmm.
Terrence, I'm ready. It just needs to hurry up.
Can't remember what I did last time to make space for this stuff.
You need to get an external hard drive just for your videos.
It is. It's full.
Really?
Yes. I'm just not good with where iMovie dumps its movies at. And that's my issue. Like I need to make it so I am deleting stuff. Don't sass me, chunk. Chunk's made 3 movies and like, oh, it's just easy to delete stuff. Yeah, I got a 1 terabyte hard drive that's full. So sassy.
I was going to ask how come Kurt's not at work, but I forgot he's off to the end of the year.
Is he?
Yeah,
I wonder why he's up so early.
right.
Yeah, I gotta get another one. 4 movies. I'm sorry. I was way off when I said 3. Yeah, I'm gonna get another.
I'm off. Josh is off. Eric's off.
Kurt, are you off? He said who's off? Maybe he's not off. Or did he say something last night?
uh, he didn't jump in last night, did he, Eric? I don't remember.
Not
No.
last night. I meant Sunday night. My days are off. Dude, I was on the road for almost 30 hours in the past 4 days.
I could have sworn he said he was off till the first of the year. Kurt's just mopping in that holiday pay. Eric, where'd you get that aluminum skid?
Oh, I've had it.
Uh,
If there's any chat stuff, I'm probably missing it because I'm deleting stuff. Like
Kurt
it
said
in
he's just off tomorrow and that's it. We know who's gonna be making the money this to the end of the year. Plus Kurt got an Amazon cart for Christmas. Kurt's looking at spend, spend, spend.
tow truck. I think there's like 20 TTO2 video.
Do you edit most of your videos or just when they're done, you just post them?
I do a little bit of editing, but not like not crazy.
Can't wait till it's springtime.
Yes.
I know next week it's gonna be cold. Well, the end of this week into next week, it's gonna be cold as shit.
Yeah. We're supposed to start getting snow tomorrow into the weekend.
Yeah, there's a storm out there now that if it hits just right, we could be screwed. We'll see. Oh, I gotta go to the store and get hamburger bun.
Make it sound like you don't want to leave the house.
I don't.
But it was springtime, you'd be gone.
Yes.
Yes, that's the only day he's allowed off, Chunky. Well, that should have freed up the space. Now there's 152 gigabytes free. No one cares what you want to watch, Chunky. Try this again.
Kurt said he's working for Uncle Sam at this point of the year.
Right? Susan worked last night. She's off tonight and tomorrow, but she's got to work the weekend. Fuck.
There we go. Back to what I was looking at.
You know, the only place I like taking my outcast out is on the beach. That's it. I don't like it in the street. I don't go to the skate park. Too many damn kids. Oh, can I play? Can I play? No, you can't play with it. Tell your mom I'm gonna need a $300 deposit, non-refundable.
I took this truck right here down to the beach, and some little kid come running up. Hey, mister, can I drive that? I said, does your mom and dad have an open credit card? Dad looked
I
at
take Zelle, Cash App, PayPal.
Well, I'll bring up the website real quick and we can order another one before he grabs the remote.
Exactly. If it snows, oh man.
Oh, then you can have fun with your outcast.
Oh yeah.
I'll take that KRC X-Max down to the beach. And bring
Didn't you just win a shit ton of stuff in KRC?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you don't know the half of it about this X-Max giveaway.
What, it's already slated to go to you? Then I want my dollar back.
No, I sent a message to Javi yesterday about it, and it wasn't my doing. It was my investment analyst. It was her doing.
What'd you do? Drop a G on it?
Let's just say I have 300 chances to win.
If you don't win, I will laugh a lot. I'm sorry. If me, who dropped $5 in, wins it,
Oh, I'm gonna laugh.
To be honest,
That'd be
if I
the
don't win,
funniest
I
thing.
don't care because I know
You
where
care.
it's going.
Yeah, you care.
No,
Yeah, you don't.
I don't have a basher in this room.
Okay. That
You got
still
the
doesn't
Yeti?
matter.
I bought that to race it, and I ran it only a handful of times, and it's been sitting since. And that's more because you can't get parts for the damn thing. And plus, that would be the only Traxxas in my room. Kurt, $1 I'm winning. If you win, Kurt, I'm personally driving to your house and gonna kick your ass.
Right?
Oh, I don't win nothing.
Tony will put a jinx on him.
Right? All he's got to do is get in there and say, Kurt, it's not going to land on your name, and it'll go right past him.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, Eric missed the big one the other night by one click.
Yeah. He went, oh,
I seen it get to your name and start going real slow. I'm like, oh, cool, cool, cool. And a click. I was like, son of a- no.
it's
Did
all
you say
good.
no when you
I'll
won
win
it?
some eventually.
No, I didn't win that one.
I thought yours was the biggest of them.
No, I got the detail brush. I got all
No,
those.
you didn't. You got the Facebook one. You got the big Facebook one giveaway, the last one, because the detail brush guy showed up last second.
Did I?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, you won the big one, Dennis.
Oh, okay. Well,
Or no, you didn't win it. I'll take it.
Right? Oh, that was me.
well, I know I got a 1 year free subscription to RC Car Magazine.
RC
It
car.
already came through.
Yeah, I got that, and he sent me the wrong link, so I ended up going back and redoing it. That'll be 4 to 6 weeks before I see the first one.
Yeah, Jericho's had that for a while. They gave it to him at Axial Fest.
Which that's cool. I'll be able to look at that and
While you could.
yeah. See certain stories and you see me like, no. Yeah, they did the two spins and no, I'm sorry, they spun for the one and both guys never showed up until the very last second. The one guy showed up.
Yeah, that was the detail ball.
I think one of his buddies had to message him, tell him get back online, otherwise he loses it. They were
No,
getting ready to spin.
he said congrats to someone else, and they're like, "Dude, you already won, and you're telling other people congrats."
Oh yeah, yeah, it's Steve or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't even remember if I got into that one on Facebook. To be honest, I see Doug Jones' name on there.
yeah,
Then
you
he
were in.
jumped in. Yeah, he jumped in like right before they spun for that one. Yeah, same to you, Terrence. Have a nice New Year, man. Be careful.
See you
See you,
next
Terrence.
year.
We'll see you next year.
Wonder where Tony is.
Hmm. Face down in the shed.
He should be all right in that shed.
Tony,
Yeah, I figured he'd be in here already.
you weren't on last night either.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well, I think after Sunday, he's probably gonna lay down low for a little bit.
I guess I missed that.
Yeah, he was getting whipped pretty hard.
I passed out because we had to get up at 5. I was watching, and all of a sudden, I'm like, "Yep, bet."
You guys left at 5 in the morning yesterday.
Yeah, we made it in 12 hours and 12 minutes from the hotel to the driveway.
Damn. Joe
Took
had
six.
that thing
It
set at,
took 16 hours to get down there because of traffic.
what do you have this cruise set at 80?
No, we were only 5 to 7 above the whole time.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
like the trip back, like the trip down said 12 hours and 13 minutes to go down, and it ended up being 16 with the traffic. The trip back, when I plotted it in, said 11 hours and 28 minutes. So we made good time on the way back.
Oh yeah. I was gonna go to Stone Mountain when COVID hit, and it told me 10.5.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, okay, we can do that. Then, I mean, we were all packed and ready to go. And next thing you know is we're going down to the ER to get checked out, and they told her she had COVID. They told me I had to quarantine, and the next day I was down for the count.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Did I tell you we won the mini comps?
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. Did you
Yeah.
run your cheat code or the Ascent?
Oh, the cheat code. There was two different classes, 24th and 18. So Jericho and Joe ran the 18 class and I ran the 24. And I beat everybody by 4 minutes.
Wow.
Was the closest person to me.
Were you
Those
running?
It was almost wide open the whole time. That little outrunner was humming. It was like
'Cause I mean, 4 minutes is a lot.
Yeah.
my time was 5 minutes and like 38 seconds for the whole course. You know that wood course he has for minis?
Yep.
You had to go down and back. No gates, no set path, just make the run. And I made it like 5 flat. And then you got a penalty for, I had, what did I have? Did I have a rollover? Maybe I ran it totally clean. I can't remember. Either way, I destroyed it. Oh, I had a repair. So you had to do the down and back, and then there was a dirt course. You had to go down and back. So we ran the table. I did that in like 2:30. Then the dirt course. Well, when I started up the dirt course, my tire got caught in the angle iron ramp. They had two ramps, and I'm like, oh, these tires are big enough. I should make the angle iron. Well,
Right.
it perfectly caught at an angle, and it wedged. And as I let out, it just went pop, and then it stopped. I'm like, oh no, I broke one of these mini gears. Well, I backed down, and it was doing okay. I go up the next one, and it's kind of making sounds. I'm like, I just got to finish. It doesn't matter. I just got to make it up this, run down, and come back. No big deal. And it drops the drive shaft. So we pause time, and at that point, I was at a minute, like a minute 5, and it's like off course repair, no time limit, just go fix your stuff. It broke both mounts for the transmission, and I'm like, what do I do now? So after a series of 8 zip ties, hooking around the back of the outrunner, across the battery tray, from the back of the frame to center everything back up, 8 zip ties later, about 20 minutes,
8 zip ties later.
and it was able to drive. I set it down on the course, put it on the because I had backed off the angle iron and I went up this excavator tread that they had,
Yeah.
and that's where the transmission dropped. Or the drive shaft dropped because the transmission was just flopping around in there. I set it back down on the tread, crawled right up, right down and back, finished in 250. So one penalty for a hand to God repair, and that was it.
Nice.
Then I was going to do the mini comp that they had that evening, but Joe was ready to eat the asshole out of a horse. He was so hungry because he did that enduro for 2 hours.
Oh,
So we didn't do the mini comp. But I had bought a transmission off of Cody, Dixieland.
right.
It didn't fit my plate to fit the motor. So Sean, Jack's RC Recycle, big shout out to Sean for holding the event and everything he did for that weekend. He handed me a Dremel and I took that transmission and just cut it to pieces, like cut the whole plate off of it and took a bit and ground it down and I had it all set up. I mean, I was covered in metal shavings. And he's like, "Why are you cutting that so much?" I'm like, "Do you have a transmission for SCX24?" He's like, "No." I said, "This was the only one and it doesn't fit what I have unless I do this." And then we didn't run the comp. And I'm like, "Dang it." But it was a great time. And it was awesome. Like Joe Exocage, he was out there. Um, Saturday it was all minis and SCX6s, which running an SCX6 on a rock course, it's noisy and violent.
I can imagine.
I don't know how me and Joe's trucks didn't break. Like I was fourth out of four people. It was fun though. It was just something to do, man. Like those guys that had their SCX6s that beat Joe and I, because Joe ended up third and those other two guys were first and second. Um, those guys go out there and play on the rocks with those SCX6s. Like one dude had a cliffhanger body, one had a blue different body, and they had different stuff. Vidavon parts. I'm like, oh, these guys are serious about comping SCX6s. I was having fun. It was a good time though. But after we did all that, well, before we ran the SCX6s, after the minis, um, that's when Joe brought out his new chassis he's working on, which is cool. It's different. It
Yeah.
is long and low. Um, he brought that out, and I was like, "You care if we run some?" Like, he's like, "No, I want to see what you got and see what it compares to mine. Let's do it." So he took us around. We played follow the leader, and that's when there was one line me and Joe couldn't get. Like we're sitting there with Joe, and he's doing this line, and it wasn't one of the named one. It's a new pile of rocks he's working on. And Jericho, like he did it. Jericho comes up right behind him, like two reverses, two wiggles, and whoop, that thing straight axle, small wheelbase truck did what Joe's custom truck did, and I'm like, I'm pretty happy with that. And Jericho's probably got a big head about it now, but Joe was like, that kid can drive. I'm like, yeah, he can. It's pretty good.
Yep.
It was a blast though. I mean, it was just everything was fun about it.
Yeah, Joe's a good guy.
Yeah. Sean's a good guy too. That's
Yeah.
the most I've been around Sean. And the guy that like was our for the team competition that was our course boss was one of the guys that beat us in the SCX6s. He's asking about the truck and he's like, I don't think you guys will be beat. Like just this what we watched. And like what was funny is we timed out after the rain and he's like, you guys coming back out here in the rain and putting your comp trucks through a sandy mud puddle course. He's like, I'll go argue for the extra time because it took 3 minutes longer.
Right.
So our course boss that's judging us is in there arguing for it. It's pretty cool. Then they set up an inside course, which was different. Just did not. It was like running over RC tires, going up ramps, going down PVC pipe slides. And it was pouring, so they just made something real quick so other people could compete.
Right.
But they split up the team competition between indoor and outdoor because 5 of us ran outdoor and 4 ran indoor.
Did Robert or Javi end up running anything?
No, and I offered, I'm like, you guys can use my truck, you can use my 11C truck, you can use my Rockfire truck. I'm like, whatever you want to run, you can run. And they're like, nah. And Robert left like when the rain started. And I don't think he came back.
Was he set up for J Concepts while he was down
Yeah.
there?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of which,
Now I understand why he didn't drive.
he took some cool pictures.
Yeah, the ones he took of your trucks, man, they look good.
Yeah, we set it there for Chunky's wheels. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be sweet.
Yep. So is it released already?
Today. He said today. He said I was allowed to show it. I asked. But obviously he was showing it at the event, so
Right. So just a little
and
cut for the rails and it'll drop in.
What's that?
Little cut for the rails and it'll drop down. You get it
Yep.
where you need it.
it is definitely an outlaw body though.
Yeah. Just at 4 1/4.
What's that?
Is it just at 4 1/4?
No.
Oh, less.
He said it was, but
Unless
with me
that's,
measuring this, I don't know unless he's counting a flat line across the roof, which he could be.
well, you got the lowest point at the A pillar where it comes down off the bottom of the front fender. That could be where he's talking about.
Oh, it is just 4 1/4 with the bow in the roof. Like it's going to be one that you'll have to put.
Right.
Yeah, you can't trim it at the bottom. It
But
is
we
4 1/4. He
Yeah,
pushed the edge of that.
Yeah, the guys that are running with the rules, they can't, but we can cut what we want.
But the thing is, this really, I didn't set this truck up for class 2. It's an
Right.
outlaw truck.
Right.
I have a class 2 truck. Yeah, it looks good. I mean,
And I like it. I like that a lot, the way he knocked the roof down on it and stretched the front end a little bit.
oh yeah, the anvil.
So you got that and the other one then, right? The Ford?
No, he did not have any of the Fords,
Oh,
but I have yours sitting here, Dennis.
okay.
Your body.
Uh,
But I like what he said the other day. He goes, I knew Dennis been asking about it and made
Oh
sure
yeah, I told him we had to mess with you, and then he just kept going with it, and I'm like, you turd. Waiting for the other things to finish happening. They're working right now, and then I can throw that in here. I got the new rear brace on. It definitely has a little more bite. I do not recommend the Amazon chassis braces unless you put a dab of glue in them. Jericho had one pull apart.
Are those the Darlin ones?
What's up, Andrew? No, they're carbon fiber with a zert in them,
Oh,
and they didn't glue them. Like you can pull them apart and glue them, and they'll be fine because these are glued,
yeah,
and I haven't had any issues. But I didn't glue Jericho's.
gotcha.
What's up?
What's up, Andrew?
Are you gonna say something, or are you just standing there? Oh, you want to wash these off for me? Get the sand off of them, and then let them dry. Like those foams are over there drying. I got soaked. But yeah, the trucks did great. I think there's 12 minutes left to copy all of it. There's 53 gigabytes of video
Damn.
to go.
That's only a little run
Yeah, I
time.
know, but still, damn.
Yeah.
Well, see, you know what the sad part about that is? I probably got 30 gigs of STL files.
Oh yeah. Get her, miss. This won't let me leave this site.
Oh, you've been gone too long.
I know.
Did Moose get a new boat for Christmas or a new log?
He got what, Misty? He got a hot sauce bottle that had a giant squeaker in it, like the size of a Pepsi can. He tore the squeaker out and now he carries it around like it's his baby. He got some animals like an alligator. He shredded the alligator in 4 minutes. He has a lamb that he has ripped a hole in the head. He got a new gorilla, but he's all about that hot sauce squeaker right now. I need some of your moose lick, Dennis, and your cleaner.
Right?
Gonna order some. There wasn't anybody from CowRC in Florida out there. And I didn't see Sean have any
Um,
after that. Running outside in the rain and then going through that water would be nice.
we'll talk after.
Yeah.
I got
Yep.
something you can use.
My poor body has started to split all the way up the back, falling off those rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, mine started doing that already. Because I only have the unicorn mount, nothing on the rear.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other nice thing about the V3 is,
It'll have the brace, the hole for the brace.
yep, we can make a spot for a rear post.
I thought you already ordered that kit, Andrew, when you sold the Phoenix.
Andrew, who'd you order that kit through?
I could have sworn I had a transmission.
I wonder if you ordered it through Colton.
If I don't get a confirmation that my order was shipped by the end of the week, I'm gonna cancel it and just go through A-Main.
Well, they said the third will be when they're hoping to get it shipped out.
Right, but A-Main already has the second release.
Darren was supposed to order it from Colton, but Colton kept saying it was unavailable, so I just had Darren give them money and I ordered it direct. Oh, he ordered it from Vanquish too.
Well, hopefully they release them on the third, like they said, or a day early. Like I said, if not, I'm just gonna order through A-Main. They already got the second release on them.
It's not
North,
out, is it?
North Rock, Brian Taft got his yesterday, and he got a Battleborn.
Right.
At this point, I don't care which one I get.
His ears are missing.
I have an
And I ordered mine on December 17th.
Right.
Josh, I don't know if you've seen the guys on Facebook are trying to sell the carbon fiber panels for between $200 to $500.
Are they really?
Yep.
Hmm.
Because they think they're rare. And Josh even said they're not rare, they're just gonna be uh like a just a mystery panel. So there's
Right.
limited number on them.
Yeah. It's one of seven you can get.
Right. What's up, John?
So James, John, I guess I didn't put it in the WhatsApp.
You know, just for the hell of it. The only thing I don't like is they go through that Shopify for
The
tracking.
Vanquish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gives you everything other than what you want. Oh, they finally changed the release date from the 26th to January 3rd.
Right.
Because last night it was still the 26th.
There is only six liveries, Andrew. There's one with carbon fiber panels, but it comes with the gray Vanquish livery because the gray Vanquish livery has faux carbon fiber.
Yeah.
So you can put the Vanquish livery on your carbon fiber if you want.
Yeah, it's the carbon fiber vinyl that comes on it.
Yes. But the livery is two pieces. They have the faux carbon fiber,
Right.
but the actual Vanquish logo is separate. So if you get the carbon fiber, you don't have to put the fake carbon fiber on it. You can just put the Vanquish livery on it. That's how they did it.
Yep.
So there's six liveries, seven possibilities of panels.
And I've seen a lot of people with the carbon fiber panels already.
Yes.
A lot of people with the Battleborn. Not too many of the um, throttle therapy or the Huff.
I've seen a decent amount of the throttle therapy. It is a good rig. I like my optic. Andrew drove it at Beat the Creek. Now he's getting one.
Yeah, the green one I like. It's different.
The Huff,
Yep.
I like the throttle therapy one and the orange one more. Jericho, are my black scissors over? Oh no, they're in this roll for some reason. Never mind.
Well, was it Need for Speed
Fast and Furious.
or Fast and Furious?
Yeah, basically the Supra livery.
Yeah. Yeah, Max, a new steering setup on it that they have that fake hydraulic ram set. That does look good. A lot of guys are complaining that they put the aluminum axles on and it rubs up against it. You just got to clearance it a little bit.
Even Clarence.
And if you don't clearance it, a lot of guys are taking that off and using just a straight link from wheel to wheel.
Taking a wheel off. Like cleaning.
What's up, man?
Dennis says hi.
Hello.
He said hello in his sick voice.
Yell it down now. I need a transmission.
Oh, that was a great. Is everything I expected? Hi, Miss. Yes, you got your bottle. You're putting Chunky's wheels on the optic too, Andrew?
I'll put Chunky's wheels on that build after I get everything together. I'm not going to put them on the optic. I'll take those wheels off and put them on the optic.
Right. Hey, they all just got the alert that all the files transferred.
It's not like I don't have wheels and tires that I can put on there.
Right. We want some, Jericho wants some ruptures. I want some stuff for the mini comp. And then want a battery and some phones buying into the raffle.
That's cool. Yeah, I think I might put my RC four-wheel drive wheels on the optic.
My wheels have a little bit of weight to them.
I'll
And they
just,
work real well.
I might use these, or I just might take the RC four-wheel drive spiders that are on my one dirty south after I tear that down, put that on there because they got some weight in them.
Right.
Just change the tires. Either that or pull the two twos with the tusks off my capper and put them on it. Undecided. But I have choices and I got plenty of time.
You say that, but you're going to cancel the order for them ship.
What's that?
You say that, but then you're like, I'm going to cancel that order for them ship soon.
Right. I'm just supposed to be aiming to get it.
I don't think you'll.
You gonna put a revolver in that, Andrew?
I wouldn't put it
Going
in.
in mine. I'm just gonna use my three brothers.
I wouldn't run the revolver. I'd be too worried about splashing it through water and stuff. Jericho, is the dust all over the front of your motor, or did the water get it off? All right. Jericho's revolver had, but Joe's wasn't a revolver on 4S. It was the same one that Dennis just held up.
Yeah, he's running the Asus 10 from Three Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Which, man, that thing 8 batteries on his Enduro. He's running those 1500s. I think he went
Yeah.
through 3 or 4 batteries. No, it's not a revolver. It's the same one that Dennis has. Andrew, that's the Asus 10. That one.
Asus 10 pole 3300. More than enough power for the truck and plenty of low end control. And just put it on a sidewinder. Or if you want to get the Holmes Crawlmaster V3. But I wouldn't
I don't know.
recommend that
You
on the
can't
trail.
run the you can't run the V3 with 3300 on 4S. You'd have to get the high voltage.
Oh, yeah, or well, he's got a smaller one that should work on there too, I think, right?
No, Holmes has the old V2.
No. Three Brothers. I think he's got a lower KV A6.
Yes, he has a lower KV. On the Inrunner, you want 2700 on the V3. On the Outrunner, not much more than 1800 4S.
John said it throws mud on 3S. It throws rocks on 3S. Yeah, I have.
Joe's on 4S. I had a video of it shooting sand off of Exos track.
I've got the Asus 10 in my 10-2, and that's what I had in my Ascent. Then it
Right.
was a little too much for the Ascent.
Yeah. That's exactly what mine was, Andrew, that you drove, was the 2300 and 3F. And the Huvo 4200 or the Adventure Time 3600 fits in the panel. What is it, man?
Just keep in mind, Andrew, if you do
Come here.
the Fusion, you got to take a little bit off that link mount so it'll sit straight.
Yeah, the passenger side front mount, you just got to shave at a like 25-degree angle on the front side. Just scratch this. Yeah. Oh, I printed that file for the link measuring tools too now, Dennis.
Nice.
Do you want one?
Sure.
You already have one, don't you?
Uh-uh.
Yeah. Did you see the file, Eric?
What is that?
It's a link measuring tool.
Oh,
So here, I'll switch
I
cameras.
got
so
you.
can show
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna print one of those.
It was on, I saw it on the Vanquish page, but you put this side is center to center.
Uh-huh.
This side is just the actual length of it without it. And then you can put a bolt in here or a post and then just, and I
Oh.
checked it with my ruler. It matches perfectly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to print one of those.
Yes, I did get the P1, Andrew. It's running right now.
Andrew, just so you know, that little bit of shaving on that link mount, you're not getting rid of any strength.
Yeah, no. I've done it on 4 trucks with 2300 fusions,
And
and
they actually recommend it.
the ABS prints nice on that P1.
Wow, looks good.
But I'm not going to say Creality can't do it or anything like that. I don't know. I'm not somebody that's going to hate on the equipment that I haven't used. What rule file is John talking about?
That link measuring,
Oh, it's on Maker World. I think it's on Thingiverse too. Yeah, it was on. I went directly to the link from Facebook and just dropped it into my app on my phone to print it, which is coming from the Mingda, which is Ender based. So that is feels like I was way stupid. I tried ABS on my M1 and it did great, just can't keep it warm to stop work. Oh, yeah, with the P1 with it all enclosed, man, there's no warp in these. They're very flat.
see what you did, Joe? He posted in our little group chat.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
See, see better now.
he's functioning at half speed.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I don't think it was Joe that gave it to us. Frank's old lady was sick, and we are all sitting there at dinner. She's coughing, or it could have been the fact that we were out in a Florida rainstorm running a comp.
So I got mine. I was underneath the truck yesterday morning in the rain doing a fuel filter, soaking wet.
Yeah,
Couldn't get rid of the
I,
chill all day. I felt fine until about maybe 6 o'clock.
let me see if I can find that. I'll find that file real quick.
I took some NyQuil last night. Slept so good. I got up at 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I slept a long time.
I'm gonna send you something real quick, Josh, through Messenger.
Here you go, John. I am pasting the link for that. There you go. It's on YouTube.
I'm not gonna use it. So if you want to place an order,
Oh, okay. Cool.
because the most they give is 10.
Yeah.
That was straight from the owner.
What's up, Brian?
What's up, Brian?
Brian?
No, I'm not. Sorry. 17 minutes. At least the sun is working. I need to order more ABS is what I need. But is the Sunlu in a plastic spool? I don't want to run the cardboard spool in that AMS and have it leave.
It's not the fact it's a cardboard spool, it's the fact that when the cardboard spool gets bent, and that's
Yeah.
if it's done and over with. I try to stay away from cardboard spools, but it's kind of hard now because plastic. Oh, it is what it is. I haven't ran my
What are you
tank
cleaning?
in about a month.
Don't put that water in the motor, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I have the nylon carbon fiber, but I need to get a dryer so it preheats it before it rolls it in there.
I don't know
Kentucky.
what to do this year. Well, come this coming year, I don't know if I'm gonna stay in the hobby or get it out. I don't know.
Why
You're,
not?
you're staying.
What else are you gonna do?
Nothing. That's exactly it. And I don't have to do anything.
You will be so bored.
I won't.
Just print a respooling tool, Josh, and then put the ABS. Is it just in the is that just in Maker World, Dwayne?
Appreciate it, Brian. Oh, Andrew said that's why he's looking on Sunlus for a dryer.
Usually what I do is take a old plastic spool that I've used and I just if one is bent, I respool it.
Right.
Yeah, he said, yeah, there's a few on there. And Thingiverse has a respooling jig, is what Andrew said.
What is the temperature? All right, fellas, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go do something and make myself useful for today before I get on tonight or if I get on.
All right, brother.
I'll see y'all later.
All right.
What's up, Abe?
Going on, Abe? Happy holidays.
Oh, there's all kinds of different reschoolers.
He didn't even call Eric Eric. He called him Tall Stick. He said print the one that you can use a drill.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at now. Cool. Thank you, Dwayne.
Got to try and find Ace Hardware. I gotta get the crowd and bring it up.
What's that, Ace Hardware?
Yeah, I think there's one like 10 minutes away. They've got stainless rod and 1 foot lengths. It's like $6.
Nice.
I was gonna order it. Uh, I found one place that has them in 3, 4, 6, 8, and 12 foot lengths.
Right.
I was gonna just get one 6 footer. That would have been enough for quite a while.
Yeah.
I think with this other chassis though, I should be all right because I've got the links to make it 12.6 with the skid that I'm gonna put on it for now. For the too low.
Right.
What's up, Robert?
What's up, Arctic? Jeremy's asking what you're going to make, and it's the links.
Yeah, links for my cop chassis. Cut, bevel, and tap. You're having iced coffee. You're not having coffee. That's iced coffee, Robert.
Everything there's ice.
could go out and steal a cup of coffee from my wife, but I'll just stay with my Pepsi for now. Yeah, I seen Ace Hardware and a couple other little hardware stores around here has got it. If you just look at Ace Hardware, Kurt, just put in 3/16 stainless rod. It'll come up in a little red package. They're already packaged. I think there's 1 or 2 pieces in it.
All right. There's the Enduro. I don't think Ace doesn't have the rod ends in that. You'll still have to order rod ends and all that, right?
Yeah,
Minus 34, Robert. Jeez, that's ridiculous. That is cold.
yes, it is. I'm sorry, it's $3 for 1 piece, a foot long.
Look, it's the M4 die for the .7s. What's up, Dirk?
Right there, Kurt. $2.99, 3/16 by 1 foot. Write that number down and you can order it online and they'll ship it to you.
The only thing is, Kurt, you gotta shave the end down a little bit.
Yeah, you got to bevel it right here. Just like what, maybe a 1/16 of an inch, if that.
Yeah, it's not much.
What's up, Dirk?
There's Tank.
Hello.
What's up, Tank?
Take
Just got home. I saw you guys were live a while ago. I was at work and drove all the way back and jumped in.
Nice. How was work?
Boring. I was on the only, well, not the only one. The warehouse guy was there and me. That's it. The whole building was empty.
Wow. Good for everybody. Good for everybody. Are we on
What?
that? Did you lose one?
While
Just
while I was at work, I ended up painting the primer.
nice. What's that for?
The Tamiya Carmen Gia.
Oh, okay.
So we 3D printed the dash yesterday with the AMS, the filament. Come on, focus. The silver filament turned out shiny. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's nice.
So this is all 3D printed and not painted. So it turned out pretty good. I'm happy.
Yeah, I had to pull the wheels apart because we got into some water and I need to replace a part I printed because it felt a little soft where it screwed together. Oh, that looks good in there. Here, I'll spotlight you, Tank. Yeah, that looks real good. Those will be some short drivers in there though.
Yes, definitely. Well, the MO6 has all the steering, which is
Yeah,
gonna come with
everything's
below
underneath
it.
it.
This and the battery, everything is there. So that's why the cockpit is just to basically see it, and
Right.
basically the steering wheel, which again is fully 3D printed with gold and silver.
Is that a MO6 or Carbon Gia file?
Yes, this is the MO6 interior for it. Cost me $6.80 Canadian for it.
Is that a Colts file?
Yeah.
I may have to look into that for the Miata, the car that Brad hates the most, he said.
The Miata? Oh yeah.
The MS6 Miata because it's the front wheel drive.
Oh yes.
He doesn't like he says it's on the wrong chassis there. Did you find the wheel nut?
Why you got an MO6, but you got an MO5 body. I mean, you got a front wheel drive body.
Well, no, flip it. It's a front wheel drive. No, I have an MO5. This is the Miata. It's the front wheel drive chassis with the rear wheel drive body.
Okay. The
And the MO
the Miata is front wheel drive or rear wheel drive?
rear.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing with my VW van that I got, the Flower Power van from Volkswagen.
Right,
It's actually it comes with the MO5, which is front wheel drive, but that van was rear wheel drive.
right.
I don't know why they do that. It's kind of weird, especially for a company that's so much into detail into the body and the
Right.
stickers and making it look nice, and they screw up the drivetrain.
What time are you starting tonight? 9:30, you said?
Yeah, about 9:30. Yeah.
Cool.
Here, Nick.
Wow, I don't know why my Stream Deck keeps freezing.
8 hours, 8.5 hours now, Robert.
Yeah, I already got the thumbnail up saying I'm
Yeah,
gonna leave at 9:30.
I saw the thumbnails up.
Are you about to finish to stream, or were you about to finish, or are you gonna stay on for a while?
We're just hanging out. I was working on stuff. Figured I'd just start a stream while I was sitting here working. I've missed the last couple Lives. That was further down. It's just squeaker. And then now I'm just waiting for that ABS to cool so I can put this part in, make sure my little edits fixed it for the Atlas.
Okay.
I don't know how one of the holes I had put in it was like off 2 millimeter. And I think when I set it to the width from the edge instead of center to center. So yeah, it's 9:30 our time, Arctic, so 8.5 hours from now.
I already got my alcohol ready and everything. Bought myself 3 cans.
But
And I
that Canadian
got-
beer's like moonshine.
And I got to
Keith said
print another set of this for my other Karmann Ghia because I'm building 2 of them.
One for you and one for your buddy.
Same color, same everything.
Because you're doing that like stainless steel looking, right?
It's going to be, what's that called again? Champagne gold anodized
The-
aluminum.
Oh, the one same color Dennis. Yeah. Like Joe's truck.
Yeah, Keith said he's gonna stop and get himself some 7% tonight.
Well, good luck unloading the truck, Kurt.
I give him about half. And he'll be done. All right, Kurt.
Dirk, Dirk, it was a great time in Florida. Like, we had a lot of fun. And I was really happy with how the chassis did and doing that event and getting to hang out with Joe, Exo Caged, and all the 11C guys. And then it was just a good time. Johnny came down, Ritter from West Virginia, Dennis.
Yeah,
And the rain, he's like, yeah, I'm not going to hang out in the rain. He goes, I don't want to do a comp inside on some foam and tires, which I understand. It was harder than it appeared, what they made up, and it worked out well for the individual guys, but I just didn't do the individual comp.
good.
They went up.
Did he end up bailing after the rain came?
Yeah, Johnny. Yeah. He was down there for family and his girl was with his family.
Hear that?
Yep. You got it figured out?
Yeah.
It still muted your voice, like it lowered your voice while it made the sound.
Okay. Yeah, it's the mixer. The mixer, I can set it to bring
Whatever's
my voice
primary.
down while it does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got play stop, play overlap, play restart, play loop. So there's an overlap feature that I can do.
Nice.
I got it all set up for tonight. I have a music theme song I've picked up from YouTube, so there is no copyright. So I'll play that right now, and I'll bring up the volume, and you should be hearing the sound right now, right? So
I hear it on Zoom, so
no, I did figure out how to do it on Zoom. It's kind of weird because you have to enable it in your software, the music thing, but once you've enabled it, right on top where you know the layout and all that in the view, there's a new thing that's written original sound for musician, and you have to turn that on. So even though you
Okay.
enabled it, you have to turn it on every time, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, Max Paul said that you're a tad bit quiet.
Oh, it's probably because my mic was far away.
I like it better further away.
You liked it better further away. Test, test, test.
Sounds good.
I'll try and make it tonight, but I don't know.
You just rest. Rest. When you wake up, you can come and see us. So basically, this is my mixer, my music. My microphone is in this one. My browser, whatever's coming out of the browser, and the sound effect. So if I play sound effect, I can adjust the audio. And this is going to my monitor for headphones or whatever. And then I can dictate if it's going to monitor or not. Like if I shut it here, this is going to...
You just
So
muted.
yeah. So this is kind of mute to the stream. So this is to the headphone and this is to the stream. It's kind of weird because my microphone now goes to an external mixer and I have to tell Zoom to use Wavelink as an input for the mic. So you do have to understand digitally what it's doing, in other words, to comprehend what it's doing in the background. And I got a whole bunch of different sound effects loaded up, some music for the beginning. And also, if somebody gets off the topic, I got a hair horn to actually stop them from talking.
Right.
Yeah, he
So-
was using that a lot last night.
Yeah, we were offline, so we were testing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I saw where you guys were offline. I was spent after that long in the car. So
That's fair.
what I was talking about, Dennis, the mud and everything.
Oh,
And Jericho had just rolled into it.
oh,
So I had to go down. He got back up. I'm down in the water. And then Joe tries to make this angle. And I'm hooking the winch up. Oh, I don't have a good picture of it. Doesn't look like. Yeah, Joe's truck was underwater.
oh.
Yeah, and this was after the rainstorm. Can you see his truck there? Hold on, my screen share thing's in the way.
Barely.
Like Joe's truck's down. Yeah, see it before Jericho picks it up.
Yeah.
That's when we ran out of time. Trying to winch up that hill.
Yeah, sand can be tricky sometimes.
Yeah, and then we had to cross this pipe. I think it's on this one. You know the pipe that he jumps over? Well,
Yeah.
imagine it's soaking wet. I rolled like 3 times here, trying to just get over this pipe. And just got stuck in the mud.
Don't tell me Joe
But-
came over and used you to get over that.
No, he used his winch because we're a team, so the winch isn't a negative point. If we touch it, it's a negative, but if he winches me over,
Oh, okay.
so Joe makes it over the pipe, sends it, and then pulls me back over. And I ran over the gate because I had already eaten it to get the progress points. And then just went around. I'm like, let's quit fighting that thing. We're running out of time. Then we did run out of time. But yeah, it was a muddy mess. So
were
now
you
my
in the rain-
tires are.
Were you in the rain all day or just a little bit?
No, it hit. We started around 10:30-ish, and like 11:30, 12, it just poured. And when it died down, there was 5 teams that had started outside. And the second group of teams were judging the 5 that started. So the second group ran inside, so they just split the team competition between inside and outside. But the guys that started outside had to finish their outside stuff. So he took 3 minutes off the total time for everybody that went back outside because you kind of didn't have a choice. You'd already ran everything outside. And he couldn't do it per course because who knows what course you were on. It wasn't a designated, like we started on the mud or the dirt, the clay hill, and then the wood because we knew the rain was coming. And honestly, we didn't know about the sand course because we never saw because it was a ways away from like where his rocks are. You have the track and then it's billboard or over to the side, probably 25 to 30 yards away. So we didn't know there was another course there. So even the guy that was judging us when we went through the last set of the rocks, as the rain just started, as we finished the rock course, he's like, "Oh, you guys are done." He's like, "Oh, wait, there's another course on the sheet that says orange." We're like, "Where's that?" And it was the sand. And of course, it poured and a little different, but we still, I, I'm not sure because he didn't post scores, but I think we're the only ones that finished the rock course in time. You
Okay.
had 40 minutes for 50 gates, and we finished at 39:51. We had 9 seconds left. It was a
And it
hard
was
course.
a team event. Were you 3 per team, or what was the maximum for the team?
Three per team. You had to have three. You couldn't run a 2-man. You couldn't run a 4-man. It was three.
Okay. That's different running 3-person team. I've done it a lot in 2-person team, but never 3.
Yeah. Like there was parts and I got a ton of video to go through. Like I told Dennis, there was 53 gigs of video. um, where we would hook to each other. Like whoever was first was winching and we'd winch to the back guy, the front guy, then winch to the second and pull all trucks through. And it was funny, Joe didn't realize that the winch wasn't a penalty. As long as you didn't hand pull it, you could winch as much as you wanted. So we get to the top and he's like, "Well, we got to re-winch." And I'm like, "Joe, it doesn't count." He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "We're arguing under time here, Joe. Hook the winch farther forward and re-winch and pull us all through." He's like, "Oh yeah, it doesn't count." So then it was just funny, like, because when you're in that mode, you're trying to get through gates. Because we had to go over one of those tracks, the excavator tracks, that was 7 feet high, like it was a big dome. Like
Okay.
you drove up the mud and then up the big excavator track and back down. And no one was hooking on that. Like when we got to the top, we were fine, but it was so slick on the way down. You turned your tires because there was two gates at the beginning and the end of that track, so you had to go over it. When we went down, you had to turn your tires to the right, so when you hit, you bounced to the where the gate was easier to get through. It was interesting,
Cool.
What's up, Bear?
but the chassis did really good. I want to see if this printer's cooled down enough to pop this stuff off the plate. Oh, let's say so. Well, I just started falling. There we go. Hank, you said you were going to run the large winch, right?
Yeah, I actually got the winch I wanted to show you. And I put it away because you weren't there for 4 or 5 days. basically it's this old thing, and I've been
No, that'll work.
I've been pulling on this for a little bit, but this goes on top of the body, and then you can free winch.
Right.
So it's actually going to go like that, and then
Yeah, but the way the winch is, the way the mount's set up, you'll mount it sideways, so it'll come out the side part.
so it's going to be sideways like that. It's going to come out sideways. You mean?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. There is a roll there, so
Yep.
there's something it can.
That's the
roll
way we
against.
did. That's the way we did Jericho's. Exactly the same. All right.
Yeah, I can't remember how many years ago, but I got this is a very good winch controller, which I got to read up on it against how much voltage I can put on there, but I can put a lot.
That's the old Dragon controller.
No, it's actually made from AOK. AOK made this.
Oh,
It's a guy here in Canada, in Western Canada, Vancouver. So,
yeah, that's one of the original muscle winches that came with the Dragon controller.
okay.
But the Dragon controllers are hard to find.
Yeah, once I get off of this, I gotta get some paint from my 1,000-bottle collection of paint
Right.
and turn on my compressor and try painting the cockpit.
You might have a bottle or two of paint.
Yeah. So basically, this is the color of the car, what's going to be champagne.
Right.
And I want to put the interior kind of a brownish color like this.
Right.
I'm thinking of maybe finding some headrests like that. It would be cool having headrests. But my interior does not have headrest. It just stops at here.
Right. The headrest would be cool. Agreed.
Yeah, because there is none. The guy didn't put it in his file. And I don't know why he didn't put this part with it. It's actually a second part you print and you glue. But I guess it's because his printer maybe when he did the file was too small.
Right.
So, but I love how the dash turned out, especially the texture of it. It's so nice, and it looks. It's
It
too
looks
shiny
good.
right now, but it looks good. I like it black. It's gonna look nice.
Uh, Probably that's the wrong running. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Ugh.
The sleepy's hitting you, Dennis?
Since yesterday. Took some Sudafed to get me a little tired.
But let me tell you, when you put a .02 nozzle on your printer, yes, it takes longer, but man, the fine details are so amazing what you can get.
Right.
Of course, it's not gonna. Come on, focus.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, it's not focusing.
Parking lot wars.
Yeah. Anyways, this one you cannot tell the Ontario, but this one you can. And this was on an illegal printer or whatever, and this is off the bamboo. Okay, now it's starting to focus.
Yeah.
So big friggin' difference. And this is small. Like
It's gonna be a little too long.
yes. I guess sometime next week I'm gonna send Keith his box full of plastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, printer poop.
I'm gonna have to empty it a bit. I think it's getting too heavy.
That'll affect the price.
There's a local guy here that does flea markets and a whole bunch of different stuff for, and what he does with the poop, he keeps it, and he actually melts it, and then he takes a silicone mold like of a skeleton, and he pours the stuff in there, which is all kind of color, and then when it dries, he just flips it open, and it does like some pretty cool skeleton all molded.
Right.
Yeah, I was talking to Keith yesterday about and me doing the interior and doing all kind of different stuff for that car, and
Right.
like, and telling him, why do we complicate our lives? Like, couldn't I just do box art and just leave it? Don't do an interior, don't do nothing, just do box art and not complicate my life. But we always have to make it our own.
You don't want it to be like someone else.
Looks like you need another hand there.
I know. There we go. That's perfectly in line with the spool. So I can run the line out.
Yeah, so no matter where the line comes out, it's always going to stay center of the spool.
Yes.
Nice.
That's what I ran
Okay,
into
yeah.
at the comp. That now the line is in line. And then
Cool.
I can put it in here and it won't matter if it goes up or down because it's going to end up going straight into the spool and not the wrong spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I fixed the spacing of these holes where I did outside and now the inside, and it's lined up exactly where it's supposed to be.
Cool.
So that's fixed. Much happier.
Tell you what, that print looks really good.
Oh yeah, the print comes out nice. I put the textured side up this time.
I wanted to ask you,
Plus-
did you try the Castle Creation with the Outrunner motor on your
I've-
rig?
It will fit 100%.
Yeah, but which
I ha-
Castle Creation have you tested?
Me, Dennis, me, Joe, we all run the Micro X2.
Yeah, but that's only 5 pounds for the rig.
Well, it'll go up.
We've done them on 6-pound trucks. Like
Yeah.
it's right now, it's on Jericho's carbon, and my carbon has the Castle.
And they do say not recommended for crawlers. That's why I wanted to check with you, but I guess it's
With
because of the
heavy
torque
crawler.
that you put it sometime in.
It's the heavy crawlers when you start,
Okay.
they get hot.
Yeah, you can
But if
go
you-
up to 8 pounds as long as it's like a cop situation. They don't get hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you get heavier than that and it starts drawing a lot, they get hot real quick.
Right.
Because I was looking at maybe getting the Holmes Hobby or another one, and it's all around the same price when I compare to US to Canadian. And the Mamba Micro X2, whatever, I can get for $120 Canadian. So
Right.
it's close to the same price as the Holmes or the other one. The other one's $100, but I can get locally here at the store. So
Right.
Yeah. I have that same setup in my carbon.
okay,
I'm running the black or Yellow Jacket 2000 kV and the Mamba Micro.
Yeah, I've got mine on a Black Jacket 2000, and I've never had a problem with it. I like
No.
that combination with that and the Outrunner. Super smooth.
okay.
Yeah, you get a little chatter, but that's common with an Outrunner on a non-censored setup.
With my gearing, I don't have the chatter.
I know.
Right. You drop it down low enough, you eliminate all that
Right.
chatter and cogging.
Yeah, I have a 9-tooth on mine, and I think 10 or 11 tooth on Jericho's, and it doesn't chatter or cog.
9, man, that's a small pinion gear.
The
What's your
crawler,
spur?
That's all I got on my
56,
comp truck is a 9.
56 is for.
Okay.
What's up, Jeremy T?
What's up, Jeremy?
I did finish a truck yesterday.
No way you finished the project.
Finished that one. So I
Oh,
did finish a project.
did you have to change the links, or did you find a different mounting spot?
I shortened the links. So before you could see threads on the links. So I
Mhm.
put the links as short as you can because there is a big difference of where the links used to be. But it works right now. The dry shafts are long enough. Everything works.
Right.
But it's the first time I actually try to give it some torque and try it on the bench, because when the link was always popping off, I couldn't test it, and I kind of
Right.
regret using the motor. It's built for speed right now and not torque. So for crawling, it's no good, but it's good for rock bouncing right now.
Right. That's a rock bouncer.
Yep.
We'll call it the Micro Rift.
Yeah. If somebody asked me, "Do you have a Rift?" Well, kind of.
Sure.
In a sense.
It's 30-second scaled.
I was kind of scrolling through Facebook this morning and come across a post where a guy said he just picked up a PGL 4 or PG4L dually.
Okay.
I zoomed in on it. It's my old truck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's changed hands again now.
Yep, the one I traded Sean that Robert Tanner won. He ended up trading to a guy in New York for a Phoenix.
Not a bad trade. I don't know how much that dually costs though.
700.
Well then, but didn't that one? Oh no, that wasn't the dually that got the bed modified. It was the other one.
Oh, that
That
was
one
the
truck. The tow truck, right?
yeah, the one that Sean has. Yeah, the tow truck did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did all the mods on that. Sean never put a battery in that dually. Never drove
He
it.
bought it off of you and never put a battery in it.
Right. Well, he traded me for that XT4 kit,
Okay.
and I brought it to him at Beat the Creek, not this past May, but last year. And, or no, I'm sorry, it was my first year.
This is the year before. This is the year before that. I was gonna say.
Yeah, my first year when I brought it, and we waited forever for that kit to be released. So by the time I got the kit, his build off was almost over, and I had to rush through the build on that one to get it ready to go to Florida.
Right.
And then Raymond won it. He drove it once or twice around the yard, and then he traded it for the Phoenix. And I seen it. I had to zoom in on it. I'm like, wait a minute, that's my old truck. And he put a ceramic coat over a flat cleared paint job. Which, I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I wouldn't have done that over a clear, not especially a flat clear.
Mm.
The only way I knew it was mine was from the tonneau cover that I made. And then I zoomed in close on the roof line, and I could see the two stripes I put on it.
Right. It's firing it up.
Yeah, tonight when it goes quiet like this, I have some sound effect. It's like crickets, like click 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 click, and like in the nature. In other words, it's everything's quiet and you start hearing crickets.
Like Keith saying vagina.
Yeah.
And this was a dead giveaway also when I knew it was mine.
Oh yeah.
I did that so Sean knew where all the plugs for the light went when he did his radio.
Yeah, the labeling.
Yep.
Bazinga! Bazinga!
Finally found it.
Yeah, I found it.
You got to do that when Brad comes up with a Brad fact.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something for Brad Fact, so I don't know.
You
You
can
got
just make your own, can't you?
I could. And that's
Find
a
the-
Brad Fact.
find
Right.
the one, and that's a fact, Jack.
That's a fact, Jack.
Yeah, I can't try to
That's a
remember
Brad
what movie
fact,
that was
Jack.
from.
It just hopefully I'm quick enough to do those things.
And that felt a lot better going together.
I found some applause, some boo, and some other stuff that I can have fun with.
Wah, 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 wah. You're gonna have way too much fun with that tonight.
Yep. And if you get off subject,
That's loud.
He did that last night for the first time. Keith had his headphones on, and Keith just about shit his pants.
Yeah. Keith, he's
Michelle.
always got his headphones, so that's pretty loud on the headphones.
I can tell you it's loud on my headphone, my ear right now.
Oh, you have earbuds?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna have to put a warning up. Stream might be loud if you're wearing headphones.
Well, when people get off subject and you're trying to cut them off, okay, hey guys, it's enough. Hey guys, it's
It's not
enough.
working. No, I
It
understand.
doesn't work, but by putting a big sound, loud sound like that, it stops them.
But you could have recorded me yelling at Brad.
You could have done that. Or on Star Trek, Red Alert, like, "Root, root."
The one from Lost in Space, from the robot. Warning,
Okay.
warning.
Warning, Will Robinson, warning.
Right.
Yeah, I got to find my sound recorder to record my voice with the microphone. Do a couple things like, and that's a Brad fact.
That would be good.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
He might not even be there tonight, though.
Yeah, it's true. He said he was going to be away.
Something about going over his buddies. The one he had taken home the other night.
That would scare me. Not having my own way to leave Brad's house.
Oh God. Definitely make sure I got comfortable shoes on if I was there. It's a long walk home. I think I might empty the top of my bench out tonight. Go through all that. I gotta find those shock mounts for Kurt. Send those with all of his stuff.
I had one. I had two of them warp a tiny bit. Dennis will just get those. You can't see it. It's just like a one bottom corner that's not anything.
Does it got just a little curl in it?
Got a tiny bevel in it.
It's not gonna affect it.
No. The others came out fine.
I'm used to getting warp prints.
That one's warped.
Robert, Tank's gonna do a New Year's Eve stream tonight. So we'll all be sitting here drinking our drink of choice.
Yep.
Till 3 o'clock in the morning when Kurt's New Year's kicks in.
That's a punch in the face.
Sounds like it.
Wake up, guys, wake up.
All right, Dennis. You're all upgraded. And then come first to do next. For the upgraded mounts. needed a large mount. Kurt needed a micro mount. And then we reversed. There we go.
The thing I like most about what you're doing, Josh, is there is no giant deviations in the design.
No, the only thing I had to change the design on was on this one where I messed up that number. And then there's a little bit of space between the winch. So I just extruded it 1 millimeter on each side to grab the winch a little better. So there wouldn't be any flex. And that's now fixed.
Well,
If I did it right,
between the prototype and the V3, very
yeah,
minimal change.
if I did it right, the body holes, yep, they line up.
What do you Shugu and Gorilla tape or drywall tape the back of that?
Yeah. Now I gotta find my flat cuts where I set them. Oh man, I set them in a drawer.
Well, let me rewind because I remember seeing you using them.
Right. Oh, there they are. I found them, Dennis. I put them away. Why would they be put away? So here is the new winch mount. So the line comes over to the side, then up around the servo. It'll barely, maybe barely touch the winch or the servo.
Right.
It's up out of the way. So it comes straight back or wherever it needs and then turns, or we'll go straight into the spool right there. You see the pink line going in?
Yep. Never gonna jump the spool.
Nope. Mitch is doing a cut right now that might be done. And then I will probably release it.
They should have been done last night.
Yeah.
I think he was on the last 21 of them.
Then the one Mitch is cutting will have two more shock holes right here. And then a hole here if you want to. I'm going to try and design a brace with a pin in it to mount your cab only stuff. If you want to run a cab only truck.
What's up, Jeff? Happy New Year.
What's up, Jeff? And then now I need to clean anything that's rusty up because it was in the water. I had a little bit of a shock leak, but it's not leaking now. I think I did not tighten the cap all the way when I changed from offset caps to straight caps. That's one thing we did too. We got rid of offset caps so it has the full length
Yeah, you get
for
full travel.
breakover and stuff. And it just with the longer cap, it like has a little bit better angle. To see even compressed fully, it's barely at the edge of that. And then when it's down, it's a straight shot.
Yeah. Did all of you guys run your shocks inverted or?
Yes. This was me, Joey, and Jericho had this set up. Joe was 1 or 2 holes forward, and there is a distinct difference in his truck's front end versus mine.
Yeah.
So that little bit of layback on the front really made it where it kept the front end compressed on climbs.
Right. Yeah, mine were too far back. That's why my drive shaft popped out at country, so I stood them up a little bit more. So hopefully that helps out next time around.
Right. This dual lock works great for holding the batteries, but it works great for holding sand too.
Yep. I ran that cross truck on the beach. The only time I really ever had driven it.
Mhm.
And there was so much sand in the chassis, and I didn't even go fast with the truck. I was just crawling it nice and slow. All the shit. I mean, it was everywhere. I ended up taking it to work and just using the compressor to blow everything out of it. And I think there was still some sand in it when Sean got it.
I need to plug a battery and spin this and a couple little drops of oil and WD-40 on a couple spots until I get the Cow RC stuff. Yeah, that's how simple it is, though. That's all the electronics. Everything is just right there.
Now, how much wider is that compared to an SCX10 or another chassis? Is it about the same width or wider?
Yeah, they're all about 75 millimeters, 3 inches. So there's like that transmission you ordered should be 75 millimeter skid. And a lot of people will shrink their chassis as it goes through just for a little bit of strength. But I'm running, the rear brace on the shock towers, but you can have it at the top or move it down one if you want, or at the bottom, depending on how your links work. Like my links would hit maybe at the bottom, but I keep it up high in case I decide to go to a full body, and then I can just mount the body flat all the way across. Then the front ABS brace, I'm running aluminum bumpers. So I don't like, you can see it's got a tiny bit of flex in it, but any chassis can have that.
Yep.
And that's the reason for the wider rear brace here, because with all this surface area as a brace for this thing, that's all you get out of it. And I'm pretty happy with that. And that's a decent amount of torque. And the front has that little bit. So it's not enough to throw you off to a gate or anything. Every chassis has flex, carbon fiber, G10, whatever. But so there's the winch brace, one here, this brace, and I got a brace in the back because I don't have a cab mounted winch point. And when the video comes out, you'll see like 2 or 3 times I winched around the back of the chassis here to pull the back of the truck up on their side hill angles. And having this all braced didn't let the back end of the truck walk because it's putting a lot of load point here on the chassis rails. It did good. Like I was really, really happy with it. And we had a couple people go, "Oh, whose chassis is that?" And we're like, "Ours." So kind of a cool moment when people are asking, "Oh, what chassis is that?" Yep, it's ours. So I couldn't have been happier with it. Mitch did a great job. See you, Robert. Like I know people do a lot of testing and there's some tips to round off this corner a little bit, maybe drop the front, but with the way it performed,
Okay.
I don't think I want to change it. Like I'm out running lines for the most part with Exo Cage on his brand new chassis he's coming out with. And I saw it and it's, he's got a couple different ideas on the skid clearance and how he does the slope of a skid, which is really cool stuff. Like, and he's going to offer his, I think, in a 3D print. And then G10 or carbon fiber.
Okay.
But when we're running lines with him, and he gave us some shock change ideas, which made me raise the back some up one hole and move the front back one hole. And I went out and ran the comp the next day because we ran with Joe Saturday, and the comp part for these trucks was Sunday. The little changes he recommended was the big difference. I don't think it was chassis, and we were running lines with them. Like, and how much is chassis compared to, hey, I run this course every day? Like, and those deluxe, what are those? The flat iron or flat rocks,
Okay.
I think they call them. Those tires hook. And he's tuned his foams for his course. Like his is mostly busted up sidewalk and mortar and concrete. We run on a lot of natural rock.
Your chassis from the front to the rear, how long is it? How many millimeters?
408.
408?
Yep. Because that was going to be the original name of the chassis. The 408.
So
But
the body I chose is too short.
how long is it?
330.
That's the wheelbase though.
No, that's how long the body is.
What body is
But
it?
if you
Wheelbase, there's not really a wheelbase. I'll show you what the body I was thinking, but it's
Okay.
250, they say. But I can make it pretty much what I want. But I saw somebody build this a while ago on a crawler, and I've wanted to do it ever since, and it looks great. And it's from Team Blue Groove, and it's a 1929 Ford Roadster with the interior. So this actually cuts out, and you actually have a seat. Now,
Right.
in the front, I understand that I have to cut here, and this is where the wheel is. And you will see the shock tower.
Yeah.
Now, this is 330 long. So this would be cool having there. And the width of this on the width, let's see. The total width wide, rear axle 115.
Which you should be fine on the rear.
Yeah.
So
So the width is 75, outside to outside would be 78.
yeah. So even if this is close to the rear where the rear wheel is or the chassis, I can even cut the chassis in the rear. But this
Yeah.
is where the rear wheel was, and even if the front goes a little high forward, it should be good.
But
Anyways,
with this
I'm gonna
chassis tank, you have, if you wanted to cut it off at the rear of the shock tower, you could take 75 millimeters off.
Okay. See,
It's
this is
not
what
gonna
it looks
affect
like on an
performance.
on-road, but I want to make a crawler all of it.
So if you took you said that's 330?
Yep.
The rear shock tower is right at 330. So you can cut a little bit off the front and cut the back at the shock tower and it would sit.
See, it's 60 millimeter wide over the front axle.
Right.
Which puts you in between the shock towers.
Yeah, so this is where the front is here, right here.
Right.
So
But you could narrow it if you wanted to use a different winch mount and then narrow the front some, you can.
Yeah.
But if you cut it right here and take off the front hole, it's 330.
Anyways, I can do it
Yep.
with another chassis also, but I thought it would look cool there and lower it as much as I could. It would be very different. But my first choice is still using the Unibog body that I have here.
Yeah. Say cutting it here is not going to affect performance.
Yeah.
Just your axle's gonna, you would just want your links to be a little shorter. Because this is 325 center to center, the way I have these links. With it sitting, yeah, it's like 12.8 inches, 325 millimeter.
And because the motor is so low and there's nothing in the rear, it should be no problem for the interior. So,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you could, it should sit almost perfectly flat across here.
anyways, if it doesn't work out with that one, I can always put it on another chassis.
Right. The 60 in the front, I think of anything is going to be the hardest part.
Oh, I know it's going to stick out. Like what I loved about the crawler that he made, and I tried looking for the video, but I guess he closed his YouTube channel.
Okay.
He had the crawler, and you could see the two shock loop hoop coming out of the SEX10, which was the original version 1.
Right.
And it
right.
actually looked very good. The shock tower coming up because it's a small loop and it looked good.
Yeah, there's people all the time that run the shock hoops just poking out through the body where they slam them down. Which would work on this if the winch mount wasn't up here.
Yeah. That's the other thing. If I put that big winch, it sticks up a little bit and I can't go down with the body. And but
Well,
the
with
pin
your
could
winch,
go through.
you'd have the inverted version of this.
Yeah.
Yours would be just, you could mount it flush on the top like it's what we did Jericho's.
Yeah, yeah.
And his sits really low too. And
Cool.
you could drop it. As long as you don't hit drive shaft, it would be the only thing. Because it's with servo on axle, it's behind it.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to end the live. Thanks everybody for. Oh, that's not the right one. Cancel more. There it is. Live stream. Thanks everybody for stopping in. Dennis, Tank, thanks for coming in and hanging out. And Eric when he was here. And see you tonight on Tanks